G'day everyone. We all know the importance of some of the tips and strategies in and around how to better manage our clients in times of crisis or challenging speed bumps in the road to what you're trying to provide for them. I've got an amazing guest all the way from California, Laura Alvarado, and right up after this, she's going to go through the best way to be able to lead your current clients through crazy times that we're going through, like the health pandemic right now. Okay, so let's rip straight in. Laura, thank you very much. You've been on our podcast before. Thanks very much for giving so much more of your time right now and helping our clients out all the way from I was going to say Colorado. It's not, it's California. Totally different. Hey, thanks. I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. So let's talk best way to lead your current clients or customers.
Perfect. Let's get stuck straight in. We've obviously got a bit of a health pandemic, but this is relevant for any crisis management, right? This is when we've got to be able to really amplify our message right now. So, yeah, jump in. Give us all your thirst and your knowledge.
So the first thing to do is really important to create community. So everybody's feeling very isolated. We've actually had a lot of our members reach out just saying how it's affecting them, and they're feeling a lot of stress and anxiety. And they have a lot more stressors than normal. So finding a way to create a community and a safe place for your clients to blow off some steam, feel like they're a part of something and that they're not alone. So that's hands down the best thing that you can do right now to lead your current clients. Absolutely.
Now, are you finding, like obviously you mentioned the mental side of things, is there a lot of, for yourself, obviously you do a lot of work with boutique gyms and a lot of different CrossFits and exercise professionals, etc. Are you seeing and feeling a lot more of that in the marketplace for yourselves at the moment?
Definitely, we are. Yeah, and I think I always kind of joke that being a trainer or working with people, you often end up sort of being like a therapist or
you're a counselor,
coach, even though that's not what your job title is. Yeah. But I think now, especially more than ever, that a lot of our members feel like there is no one else that they can reach out to or they're not sure to. And so creating that safe space for them has been really helpful. And just even calling everybody up and checking in, are you okay? What do you need? What can we do for you? And showing that we care. Even if there's nothing we can do for them, just knowing that somebody's there for you is pivotal in changing somebody's mood and their outlook.
Absolutely. And I mean, for me as well, obviously we've all felt the fear. We've all felt the hysteria, the social inputs that everyone gets, the fake news is probably something we can throw out there. Being American, you hear a lot more about that on multiple different levels than what we do here in Australia, no doubt, in the whole Make America Great type thing, right? But let's not go down the Trump avenue right about now. The fear side of things, talk to me about that. How are you finding that it's best to be able to work in and around that with the clients?
Yeah, that's actually was perfect segue into my next topic that I want to discuss.
There you go.
Creating a positive outlook, like being a leader and creating a positive voice. And there is so much fear. I actually had to tell my husband to just turn stuff off because he likes to listen to the radio. And I was like, this is making me feel more anxiety and it isn't helping the situation. Like, we're stuck here. There's nothing we can do. And I think a lot of your current clients are feeling that way, where they're just glued to media that is instilling them with more and more fear. So really being a leader and a positive voice and giving them some strategies on how do you reduce stress, or just even providing an avenue to get their mind off of it and focus on something else, that we are going to make it through this. We're going to be okay. Like, day-to-day life will resume back to normal at some point. Is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I've been, I guess, trying to talk about a lot, and I'd love your thoughts on this, if that's okay, is I've been telling people a lot that we just know that we can't control the uncontrollables. Like ultimately, at the end of the day, if we're in lockdown or we get told we have to shut our business down or we can't, hang out in large groups, you can't do, boot camps or group sessions with 5 people, 10 people, etc. They're sort of the uncontrollables, right? Like there's no use worrying about that. There's no use having the big fear about that or wasting too much time on it, because that's the uncontrollables that you can't control. But if we actually diverted more of our attention and focus onto the controllable avenues of what you can think right now, what you can actually do. And I was having a great chat only 2 days ago now with Rhonda Britton. She's obviously in LA and she has Fear Limitless and she's been on Oprah multiple times and all these scenarios. And she's got an amazing backstory, but she talks about it really nicely as well in regards to how right now, more than ever, we just need to focus on not just the general avenues of, say, health, be healthy, but actually what are the controllable aspects that we can do? And diving down into how many vegetables, what type of protein intake, and go down to the nth degree, because 1 is you're more relevant to your clients, 2, you're providing better context, but 3, it's the tiny little habits of controllables that you're actually getting like power over. And that's where the momentum comes from. What are your thoughts in around that?
I always say the only cure for anxiety and stress is action. So whether you take that looking at your own business or looking for your clients, like you have to give them some actionables, even if it's just one small thing that that they can accomplish. Give them a win. Give them something to look forward to. Give them a goal, so that they're not just worrying about doomsday, but they have something positive to look forward to.
Even if it's a 24-hour tactic, right?
Totally.
Yeah. And that comes back to the control. It's like people feel like when they feel like they're in control, people are always going to be a lot more open-minded, a lot more positive. They're not going to have that doomsday, that fear spiral, etc. So, absolutely. So is it any of those type of things like that you've been doing with clients and that at the moment that have really been working well, like the how many vegetables type thing, the nitty gritty? What are some of the things that you guys have been doing?
Yeah, we're doing 24-hour action items. So we pick something super, super small and then hold them accountable to it. So checking in with them like, hey, did you do that? Were you able to achieve your 24-hour mission? And it's been working really well. Our clients love the added accountability of it.
The attention and
gives them those little wins. And so now more than ever is a great time to refocus on your health and fitness, especially when we're talking about things like nutrition. Like we all know that you can exercise a lot, but if you don't make changes to your nutrition, your clients are not going to get the results that they're after. And in day-to-day life, there's so much going on. There's work and there's family obligations. Craziness. And now there's actually a lot less going on, and there is more time to meal prep and get used to eating different foods and really focusing on how I can make my whole family make better food choices. So we've been actually having a lot of clients who've been members for 1, 2, 3 years who haven't been able to get to their goals, all of a sudden now dropping 5-10 pounds because they have the added accountability and
extra focus, more time.
Yeah,
they can actually do as they're told.
My coaches have actually said this is more work now than when our gym is open, because people are answering and they're actually doing the work.
Absolutely. And I've got to say right now, and being a coach yourself in this side of things, this is a slightly completely different, but I've got to ask you live right now, are you working your butt off harder now than what you were before?
Absolutely.
I literally went, and this is no word of a lie, for the first 9 days when this hit, first 9 days in a row, I didn't go to bed. I was getting up at 7 a.m. and I didn't go to bed before 1:30 for 9 days in a row. And I thought I broke that habit because for the next 2 days, I went to bed at about 20 past 12. And then the next 3 days after that was 1:30 again. So literally for more than 2 weeks straight, it was either 12:20 for a couple of days, but for the vast majority of 10 or 11 days out of that, it was 1:30 in the morning. Like I'm working at 18-hour days. And I started breaking it down going, why? And literally it's because all of a sudden my own clients have got more time. So if we've put something in place of strategies for them that they've now got, they might go, hey, that's a 7 or 10 day window that I've got to find those 4 or 6 hours to do that. All of a sudden, like 48 hours later, they're coming back going, it's done. And I'm like, what's next? And I'm like, like I feel like I'm running loads of laps right now because everyone's moving so quick. But I love doing it and I help, and I know you do too. But that only strengthens exactly what you're saying with clients, right? Like we're creating space for our clients. So our clients are getting more momentum. Like most of our clients are actually growing. Like, yeah, they might have had a 20 or 30% drop off for some of their revenue, but they're actually growing with some amazing aspects moving forward. Some of our guys last week did $1,200 or $1,400 with some of these new products, service, and avenues. So when the rest of the tide turns, they're actually going to find their business is going to come back, but it's going to come back end of accelerated forward because of the work they've done now, which means we're actually growing their business in some of the toughest conditions they've ever experienced. So that's actually understanding where we're at, but it actually goes exactly to our clients as well. As you say, they've got more time to do meal prep, more time to get their nutrition right. I also read between the lines there for what you're saying, but is there not an avenue to maybe influence the fact and work with the fact that you're not just working with them now, but you're also able to work with their family as well? Like you're able to get more benefit for their kids or their husband, etc., because you're now getting them doing things at home. You're doing 24-hour tactics. You're working on their nutrition and meal plans, which ultimately helps their family, not just them, right?
Yeah, and I think it's an easier sell right now. Like especially we work with a lot of women inside of my facilities, and it's always the husband sabotaging me. He's not on board, and it's a little bit easier to get
beer and chips and watching football type thing. Is that
Yeah. So now that health is obviously more of a priority and there's more concern, it's easier to get that husband to eat some vegetables and.
Well, you can't go to the shops and buy the chips and the chocolate. He's going to have to eat the carrots and broccoli, right? Awesome. So, hey, anything else you want to throw at us? I know that I'm going to squash this episode down so it's nice and short and sharp. Have you got any other quick tips that you want to throw out there as well?
No, but I do want to throw out there, I am hosting a virtual event.
You are. It's going to be awesome.
And normally this is just an intensive for my mastermind clients, but I'm opening it up to all gym owners right now because it's a tough time and they could all use our help. So we're going to be going over a lot of strategies on how to pivot your business now and also reopen strong. So if you want to grab a free ticket to that, you can just head on over to gymaccelerator.com/get-your-free-ticket.
Awesome. gymaccelerator.com/get-your-free-ticket. The date is the 31st.
It's the 30th of April and the 1st, and we have a great speaker. His name is Jason Pilgrim.
There's lots of great speakers over the 2-day event. Laura's actually asked me to come along, so I'm going to do a little bit in there to help out as well. So more than happy to do that. But yeah, anyone that wants to jump involved, obviously there's some amazing stuff, even if you're in Australia or the UK, etc. Obviously it's all digital, it's virtual, and it's going to be absolutely killer as well. So jump along to that. Hey, Laura, thank you very much for your time. I love it. Keep being an absolute rock star and helping out all those businesses and changing so many lives. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you again very soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.